teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year with the Michigan Wolverines taking on another team from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Bruins will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Michigan's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress at defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. So UCLA's offense will take the field for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They were productive this time around. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Makes the grab. Slips one guy, now he's loose. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Michigan. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Maryland sparkled today in a dominant road crowd out of it. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Off the play fake. Throwing right. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. third down play from the gun. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. Off-play action on first down. Quickly to the tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Flips it out in the flat. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Lost to throw again. It's on target and complete. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Off-play action. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. And the Bruins are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking to throw on third. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Bruins line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. It's Marsh. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He'll pull it on the read. Jukes his way for more. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. He'll sneak it.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Fires downfield. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Johns. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. And the Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Fighting off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air. It's Underwood. Got a man. It's Marsh. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Pocket breaking down. Quickly complete. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. Powers forward but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Cox. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to fire. Got out of trouble and throws. The sure hand. It's Newton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat, and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
What a golden opportunity for this offense, scooping up the ball, and now they've got it inside the 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown Wolverines. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. Really coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quarterback keeps it. Got the first down, looking for more. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So first down here as they go back to work. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Makes the grab, it's Flores. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And that's another first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Oh, he makes the catch. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Wants to pass. Good play there, forces the incompletion on first down. 2nd and goal from the 5. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Going right to work up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Prieskorn. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. The give to the lone running back.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The give on the counter. Across the 30, out to the 33, and gains 4 on the play. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. He's a one-man wrecking crew on this defensive front. This is the type of performance that can etch you in Wolverine lore forever.
Yeah, and it's a great lore to be etched in. Obviously, year after year, you see so many dominant guys in the trenches. And this is how it's done. You stop the run first, you get them in passing situations, pin your ears back, and go put your name in those record books.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And the Bruins with the 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Shaw. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds a spot in the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They're going back to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Looking for the score. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll close the gap to 14.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Michigan offense. Handoff to the single back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Grab in the backfield. It's Higgins. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They just keep firing. Grabbed over the middle, it's Higgins. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered, pick up the first. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Firing to the right, complete. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. On the run, it's Johns. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. They'll try the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
5 yards away from another third down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. Got a man in the middle. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. To the ground with the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Wolverines didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He breaks a tackle. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. A first down run in the red zone. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Pressure coming. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. He's looking to pass. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Intercepted. Bringing it back. Brought down at the 17 as he brought it all the way back inside the 20 after the pick.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Newton. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Bruins in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. It's caught downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. It's complete on the right side. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Under fire. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Using his legs, it's Johns. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Nice pickup, gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the Rose Bowl.
Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one, and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And they're able to get him on the ground. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Got it in the middle, it's Flores. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They punt it away on fourth down. Takes it on the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Coming out on first down with the play fake. A strike downfield. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone. Motion from the back. They'll throw it from the red zone. Fires to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. The hand to the running back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it out. It's Cox. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. To the air, it's Iamaleava. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And the Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Pulls it in. It's Shaw. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first. Not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He unleashes a long one. Makes the grab on the right. There he goes. He's at the... And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. LSU is down, but they are not out of it, not in Tiger Stadium, a place Bear Bryant once said was like playing inside a drum. Maybe the best home field advantage in football. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Mississippi State. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Bought a little time. Lets it go. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. He's got him. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. And that last completion left him short of the sticks. It's 3rd down. From the gun. Wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game. We're starting to get late. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to put...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
The Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. Just needs a crack to get a return. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. On the ground, it's Giles. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Underwood. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They'll run play action. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
And the Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Bruins will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. A fair catch is made right at the 50. Great field position for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Marsh. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Back to pass. It's Underwood. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a 1st down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking for room. It's John. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying the left side. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying play action. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He leaves it with his back. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, it's Iyamaleava. Fires complete on the crosser. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Back to pass on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's off. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Bruins are on the move. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
How about this defense rising to the challenge? Focal point number one, stopping the great running back. Check. How do we do it? Being physical at the line of scrimmage, getting off blocks, not missing a lot of tackles. They have checked all.
Breaks into the open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bruins pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. That's caught. It's Shaw. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Third down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. Looking to throw. To face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights. Good. They pulled a little closer, now down 20-13.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. Catch in the middle. It's Marsh. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. He'll keep it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Cleescore. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. This quarterback part of their running game. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. UCLA will go back to work on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Fights off the defender. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Flores. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got a chance. And tackled there by the defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Pulls it in. It's Kemp. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. He's got his man across the middle. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O's. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Finds his man, it's Shaw. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes it on the shuffle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. The short hands, it's Flores. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. And the Bruins really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now... And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down 1 late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for 2? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Texas Tech is currently ahead in this one. The Jones is just jam-packed today, but the Scarlet and Black have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Baylor. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Snagged in the middle, it's Marsh. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got his man quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The defense uses a timeout. They want to make sure they have the right call here. Caught in the backfield. It's Cleescore. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. The give to the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And now shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Good, right down the boulevard. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final seconds.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese? Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse. Just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.